This is it. A long time coming. The start of the NBA preseason. We know you've missed your hoops, and so have we. So let's get to it. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. We'll see the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Orlando Magic. Take a look at the Cavaliers, and this is where the work begins, getting into form for their first exhibition game.
And a long time coming for NBA fans, both here in the stands and those of you watching at home. It's great to be back.
And it's the Cavaliers to start out. Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Love is the 4 with Thompson in the middle. Sexton is out there with buckets. And it's Osman in at the 3 slot. Sexton's shot is good. Well, the league is doing whatever it can, Doris, to keep players healthy. Can you imagine a day when we wouldn't have a preseason at all?
It's hard for me to imagine that. One of the things I love about Commissioner Adam Silver is he is unafraid of change. And if he thinks something will help the long-term viability of the league, he's all about it. But it's very hard for me to imagine no preseason. To me, you need...
That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
Nice. You know, I think the activity level that Tristan Thompson plays with on missed shots is something every NBA player can learn from.
And Vucevic kicks to Fultz. The shot, no good. So Cleveland will take it the other way. Here's Osman. They get the rebound. Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Well, Thompson's athleticism allows him to finish with power.
A slow start here for Orlando in this 6-point game. Pass to Fultz. And finished off by Fultz.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Great teamwork. That's something you develop by practicing it over and over again.
Knocked away. Here's Sexton. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
And sometimes it seems like Sexton wants to get hit on the way up. He just embraces the challenge.
And, of course, Colin Sexton. His college team once had to finish a game with only 3 players.
Yeah, he scored 40 that night. He almost led them to a victory. He loves to play under the bright lights, brings great energy and enthusiasm every night.
Free throw good, Sexton.
And how about the explosiveness of Sexton, a crafty floor general who is consistent in how hard he attacks the defense.
Isaac passes to Fultz. To the inside. And Vucevic with the basket on the assist from Fultz. Vucevic has got his first points in this one. Buckets guarded by Fultz. Buckets passes to Love. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Fultz kicks to Isaac. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter.
I'll tell you this, the interior game of Aaron Gordon is coming along. He is looking more comfortable and more confident in there.
Buckets guarded by Fultz. Here's Osman. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the Magic making a change here. Bamba's checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
thing you have to consider if you're the Orlando Magic is finding some level of consistency. And I mean that both in terms of the roster and the coaching staff. To me, when there's a lot of turnover in both of these departments, it can take its toll on an organization, and we've seen that with Orlando.
Here's Vucevic, and Orlando again with the bucket.
You have to admire the confidence of Nikola Vucevic. This close, he's focused on putting 2 on the board.
Pass to Osman. Thompson the bounce pass. Buckets. Off target from three-point range. As you said, Doris, a lot of coaching and personnel changes for the Magic recently.
Well, think about it, Kevin. 4 different head coaches since 2015, and that doesn't even include the interim coaches. You know, to me, you've got to have a direction and approach that is consistent year after year. If you're going to have any measure of stability, it has to come from the top down.
And there's the pass to Sexton. And a miss there on the triple. The Magic trail by 4. Ross on the wing. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Over to the left wing. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And this last offseason, one that every Cleveland fan dreaded. LeBron hitting free agency. And Doris, they were right to be worried.
And now the challenge for the Cavs organization is replacing a player of LeBron's magnitude. This is a group that still has talent, but it certainly has to think about rebuilding. It was an incredible second stint for LeBron in Cleveland, but the Cavs will surely be a whole new team without him.
And the first one at the line is good.
And the length and speed of Fultz makes him deadly. Excellent at shooting the ball and a super aggressive defender.
Good on both. This Orlando Magic team, one that isn't expected to compete just yet, still in the midst of collecting talent.
Well, Kevin, I don't know if you want to call it a rebuild or a reset for this franchise, but there is some youth to build around. They're getting some good talent. Obviously, they were hoping to jump into the top 3 in last year's draft. This is going to take some time, and the fan base has got to be patient.
Count that one from Isaac.
Listen, the defense was there. Jonathan Isaac just focused, locked in on the hoop, knows he can score from there, guys.
Now, here's Sexton. Tight defense on him. Buckets, passes to Osman. He kicks to Sexton. Shot clock at 5. The 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. First opportunity here in the preseason to go up against Cleveland.
Yeah, a good matchup. These are 2 teams that played each other to a draw in the regular season last year.
And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul. Now, here's Isaac. Tight defense on him. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Sexton kicks to Osman. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. And Love gets it to go.
Boy, they've got Kevin Love in catch-and-shoot situations. Turn the lights out. He's that good.
Fultz dishes to Ross. And it's Osman with the rebound. Cleveland leading by 3. Pass to Sexton. Over Ross. The shot by Sexton, no good.
Well, they've been playing some tough defense on him in this period, and it's starting to affect him. This guy's having trouble finding the target right now.
Vucevic finds Ross. Now Isaac. Pass to Bamba. Here's Osman. Pass to Sexton. Just 5 to shoot. Doesn't go that time. And Orlando will come the other way.
As long as they can hang on to this lead, he won't have to answer for what's been an off night for him.
There's the pass to Ross. Takes the 13-footer. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Now, here's Sexton. He's guarded by Ross. And here's Sexton. He's got 5. Over Ross. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. Love's got 7 points in the game.
And I think this is what makes Kevin Love such a tough matchup.
They're making some changes. Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Vucevic. Fournier comes in for Ross. And B.J. Augustine subbed in for Fultz. A big group substitution in for Cleveland. John Henson's checked in for Thompson. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Sexton. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for buckets. Henson the pass to Osman. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Clarkson against Fournier. To the left wing. Bamba kicks to Augustine. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Passes it to Bamba. Augustine looking around. Down low. It's tipped. Nice shot there by Bamba. Bamba's got his first 2 points of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Dellavedova finds Nance. Dellavedova. Inside. Looking for Nance, and he gets it there. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
The very definition of a high flyer. Larry Nance, my goodness.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Fournier the bounce pass. Orlando moving the ball around. Isaac kicks to Augustine. Over Dellavedova. Nance with the rebound.
Defensive positioning so important, and he could not have played him better there.
Dellavedova with the ball. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Clarkson. Fires the 3. The second effort. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
You can see the long wingspan of Jonathan Isaac coming into play twice on the pipes.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Steve Clifford. Dave, what do you have to say?
Well, thanks, Kevin. I asked Coach how he expected to shake off the cobwebs as his team played its first competitive game in months. He told me, hey, top to bottom, we are all excited for the season to get underway. We've put in a lot of work, and now we want to see where we stand. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Isaac kicks to Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
Well, tremendous understanding from the young Jonathan Isaac. How about that awareness for the young guy?
And Jonathan Isaac making progress, but he was drafted knowing he had a lot of work to do.
Yeah, and you really shouldn't try and compare Isaac to the rest of his draft class. He's going to be on a different timeline as far as his development goes. Might take longer for him to be ready, but the payoff, man, could be huge as his ceiling is really high.
4 on the shot clock. Fournier, that one wide left.
Boy, just enough defensive attention to throw that shot off target.
Osman kicks to Dellavedova. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. The Magic trail by 6. Pass to Augustine. Aminu with it. Here is Augustine. Covered by Nance. And there's Augustine. That's good on the assist by Aminu. Augustine's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Nice shot, squaring up from long range, drilling the 3. That'll put some pressure on you.
Nance against Aminu. Dellavedova. Feeds it to Nance. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
The main weapon in Bamba's attack, the slender long arms he possesses, helps him block lots of shots.
Seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
Boy, that's just the kind of tight defense you need to play on him. Any kind of room at all, and he'll bury it.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Cavaliers ahead, leading by 3. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. Welcome back as our coverage continues of the NBA preseason. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Hustling on that offensive glass. That's led to a number of second-chance points.
I don't think the defense has been very good. And right now they're letting them pounce all over them and get second-chance opportunities.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Orlando Magic. They trail by 3. Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt. And it's Aminu in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for Orlando. 5 on the clock. From deep 3-point range, the rebound by Nance.
Yeah, and even with his range, that one might be asking a little too much.
Yeah, that zip code might extend beyond his range. My goodness, let's take a better shot next time.
Dellavedova with the ball. He's against Gordon. With some arc. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. There's the call. It's a foul in Orlando. Cleveland shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, Doris, we've seen how much organizations set the tone, set the culture from the top on down. What common traits have you seen among successful team ownership?
Well, boy, oh boy, so many, I think. Obviously, there has to be some level of financial commitment. You have to be willing to hire good talent. You have to be willing to hire coaches that you believe either developmentally are going to have a bright future, or if you're hiring an inexperienced coach with championship pedigree, are you willing to pay those types of positions? What is your commitment to the non-traditional aspects that we've seen take a more more informed role in how decisions are made? What is your analytics department made up of? What is your nutrition, your strength and conditioning, your training program? Are you hiring top-level professionals across the board? And then to me, it's always about, there's a great quote that says, any organization is defined by the worst behavior tolerated at the top of the leadership position.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Augustine passes to Gordon. Kicks to Fournier. In the corner, Bamba with it. Bangs home the trifecta. Bamba's got 7 points.
And that was a real quick comeback there. Both sides showing some range.
But both teams are pulling the trigger right now, showing great confidence from behind that arc.
The Magic trail by 4. There's the feed to Aminu. Nance with some nice D.
Boy, I didn't think he had a chance of stopping that lay-in. What a gutsy defensive play.
Zizic kicks to Osman. Shoots from the line. Now here is Dellavedova. He's guarded closely. They grab their own miss.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
The other bench deflated because that was a rough sequence for the defense. They hated to give up those points, but did nothing to stop it.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Magic have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
DJ Augustine.
And the first one at the line is good for the Magic. Vucevic checked in for Bamba. Ross comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Fournier. And then for Cleveland, Love's checked in for Nance. Sexton comes in for Jetty Osman. And it's buckets in for Matthew Dellavedova. Both free throws good from Augustine.
I'll tell you, he's coming through for them at the free throw line today. His form has been perfect.
And there's the pass to Love. The shot's good from Zizic. Zizic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Yes, I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Now here is Augustine. He's covered closely. And Vucevic kicks to Ross. Stolen by Clarkson. Pass to Buckets. Fires the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. And now a 9-point Cavalier lead.
Well, Jordan Clarkson's improved his ability to run the offense. How about that pass, guys?
Augustine passes to Fultz. Poked away. Here's Vucevic. Here's Gordon. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Boy, there is a will, a drive. Aaron Gordon showing he wants to be more active on the glass.
Clarkson against Gordon. Offensive rebound. Love. Pass to Buckets. Launches it. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
Boy, you can't buy a bucket. Shut out completely so far, and yet they're still ahead.
Ross kicks to Augustine, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And here's what the Cleveland Cavaliers schedule looks like. On Friday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons. And then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And for their matchup with the Magic, it's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Magic. 9-point game.
Well, Steve Clifford takes over here in Orlando, and of course he is known for his frankness and his disciplined approach to the game. You think about Clifford's teams, they rarely make unforced errors and are some of the best at minimizing their own mistakes.
A shot by Clarkson, no good.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You'll wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball.
Now here's Fultz. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
I really like the awareness from Fultz. That has an ability to know when one of his guys is wide open.
And for Clifford, his job in Orlando, Doris, will be to develop the skills of his very young core.
That is correct, and he'll try to get this young group to play intelligently, minimize turnovers. You remember, he once famously said the NBA isn't about winning. It's about winning in the playoffs.
Here are the Magic now. The Magic trail by 7. Augustine passes to Fultz. Magic moving the ball around. Ross against Clarkson. No good from Ross.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Here's Sexton. Here's Zizic. That shot, no good. The Magic go the other way with it. Augustine with it. Guarded now by Sexton. Here's Fultz. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Pass to Clarkson. And Love has it in the corner. Back to Clarkson. The pass to Buckets. The trade. Ross grabs the board. Orlando's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Augustine. And the rejection by Love. Shoots the 3. And it's Zizic with the rebound. Zizic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now Clarkson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Well, I'll tell you, still looking for that first 3 of the second quarter. He had one to open this game in the first.
Inside. Tipped away. Stolen by Clarkson. Here's Buckets. Now, here's Sexton. He's guarded by Ross. And there's Love. That's good on the assist by Sexton. 9 points for Kevin Love.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Right side, Gordon. And the rejection by Love.
Oh, terrific timing from Kevin Love to get the block, something he's worked hard to improve on.
Lob pass to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Just put the pass in his vicinity, and Aaron Gordon will take care of the rest.
Buckets passes to Clarkson. And it's off from three-point range.
Still unable to connect this quarter. Really looks frustrated. Just needs to try and stay calm.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. Pass to Zizic. Right wing. Pass to Buckets. Out to the wing. Sexton kicks to Clarkson. Connects from three-point range. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
I'll tell you, tremendous concentration by Jordan Clarkson. This guy is not going to be deterred.
For 3, Ross. Good on the three-point shot. Ross has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And that's how you answer back.
Well, you can tell that was a little give good, get good. Executed well on the offensive end, connects on the deep threat. You know, after not scoring a single point in the first quarter, they're still feeding him, and he's showing his appreciation.
Pass to Fultz. He kicks to Vucevic. The basket good off the assist from Fultz.
Vucevic for 2.
Fultz has got 4 assists in the game.
You love the decisiveness with which Vucevic...
Orlando making some changes. Isaac's checked in for Ross, and Fournier subbed in for Augustine. And then for Cleveland, Thompson, he's checked in for Ante Zizic. Henson comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Cedi Osman in for Jordan Clarkson. Here's Buckets. There's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots. And as talented as Vucevic is on offense, detractors will always question Doris, his defense.
Well, I think, Kevin, there's no secret here that his defense is not as strong as his offense. But from a purely statistical standpoint, his team is much better with him on the floor.
And here's Gordon from outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Boy, all sorts of space around him. If he can't hit those, the defense not going to worry too much about him.
Down low, here's Henson, and slam dunk by Henson.
Outstanding pass. He reads the play as it develops, and his lead pass is absolutely perfect.
Now here's Fournier, guarded closely. To the paint. The pass to Osman. Buckets, guarded by Fultz. Back to Osman. And Gordon over to help. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Boy, now you have to think about pulling him. 3 fouls already in this half. A 4th would be inexcusable.
The Magic making a switch here. Aminu's checked in. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Cleveland.
Magic foul call. Nikola Vucevic. That's his first personal.
Well, Tristan Thompson, someone who has fallen off greatly in production, Doris, the last few seasons.
Right, Tristan Thompson at his best is a guy who scores efficiently, but really his defense and rebounding are what he's got to hang his hat on.
And that one misses.
Yeah, Thompson not really the guy who's going to punish you consistently for sending him to the free throw line.
Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. He hits the 2nd from the line. Greg, what are some of the positives that Tristan Thompson's play brings to the team?
Still a very efficient scorer on the shots that he does take. And he lives mostly inside the paint. And still a strong offensive rebounder. But his days of being a threat on the offensive end as the game has evolved seems to kind of gone away.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
1 shot.
That free throw good from Thompson.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the 2nd quarter.
Now here's Fultz, defended by Dellavedova. And here's Fultz. He has 7. Clock at 6. Will it go? And it's good on the way up. Fultz has got 9.
And Fultz isn't bashful inside. He feels at ease shooting in the paint.
Dellavedova finds Thompson. Here's Osman. Passes it to Dellavedova. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Pass to Osman. Shoots over Isaac. Here's Thompson. Stolen by Bamba. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. From one Kevin to another, you guys were dominant in that first half, and you have a big lead. But do you forget about that in the second half?
Oh, yeah. We got to treat it like a 0-0 game. I know we're going to stay in the locker room. We got to come out and win the third quarter. If we do that, we feel like we'll be okay. But like I said, this team is tough. We know they're capable of coming back.
Well, we'll see what happens, Kevin. Thanks. And now back to the other Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Diesel and the Jet. Welcome to the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. They played a determined brand of basketball in the second quarter and began to pull away as we reached the half. That 11-point lead must be looking good to them right now. What'd you think, Shaq, about Cleveland?
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the boards, and that's a product of their hard work. All five guys been battling, putting everything they have to fight on the glass. That needs to remain the focus for 2 more quarters if they want to hang on to that lead.
And over to Kenny. How about what you saw from the Magic?
Their three-point shooters struggle to get into a rhythm. It's a mental thing. You start clanking them, and your teammates start. It's contagious. Now, percentage-wise, shooting in the low 30s, it's not horrific, but it's not great. And they have to improve their accuracy from deep in the second half, or they're going to have a hard time coming back.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Welcome back, folks. The downtown skyline of Orlando, Florida, looking especially striking tonight. Thanks for being with us as we get going here once again. A preview of the upcoming NBA season ahead. Kevin Love really has his fingerprints all over this one.
It's been about his ability to just lock down the opponent from a defensive standpoint. A lot of shots also being blocked.
Well, he has been in the grill of his man all night. He's used his reach to turn away those shots. You have to love the defensive effort.
NBA preseason action underway once again. Glad to have you with us. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, the forwards are Osman and Love. Buckets is out there with Sexton. And it's Thompson in at the center position. Vucevic.
Let's remember we're talking about a fundamentally sound player. Nikola Vucevic gifted at fooling defenders with that pump fake.
For Orlando, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
That free throw, no good.
Well, Nikola Vucevic is a capable back-to-the-basket scorer, and he plays with tremendous confidence, guys.
Good on the second free throw. The Cavaliers leading by 10. Buckets, guarded by Fultz. Count it. And that's 10 points for Buckets.
Looked like some confusion defensively that time. Left him wide open for a nice look on the jumper.
Now, here's Isaac. Not a lot of room. Stolen by Thompson. Vucevic with the bucket.
Well, there's a certain strength that Vucevic possesses, so he can play through the contact and still score. That's nice.
Out left to the wing. Here's Buckets. Ross grabs the board.
Just a little hesitation on that release, right? His timing looked a bit off.
Fultz kicks to Ross. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. That's his second personal foul. And And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. They double-team Love. Fades. The second chance effort. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And what about the strength from Thompson there to go up, take the hit, still convert the play? Nice.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. That free throw good from Thompson. Right around a minute and a half played here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Fultz. 9 points in the game so far. Gordon, the pass to Fultz. Fade away. Off the left rim and out.
Boy, what a cold start to the second half for them. Just 1 for 4 from the field so far.
Sexton, the pass to Buckets. Now, here's Sexton. He's guarded closely. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep 3-point range, here's Love. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Feeds to Vucevic. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
He feeds it to Love. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Ross. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Is on Colin Sexton.
You love to see Terrence Ross on the attack, Kevin. This guy moves well. He's got a tremendous vertical. No reason he shouldn't get to the line.
Terrence Ross, Doris, one of the more athletic wingmen in the league.
Right, Kevin. This guy's got great reach and frame for the position he plays, and he's always been able to dazzle at times, but he can also disappear. So this guy's got to find that ability to get involved and stay active.
First free throw is good.
And no matter what, one of the big positives they can take away from this game is how well they've performed at the line.
And both free throws good for Ross. 3 minutes gone now in the 3rd quarter. The Cavaliers leading by 13. Here's Osman. He has 6. Out left to the wing. Love against Gordon. 4 on the clock. From deep. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here's a look at the schedule for the Orlando Magic. On Saturday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs. And then on Monday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
And for their matchup with the Celtics.
Nancy's checked in for Kevin Love.
Looking at the numbers for Vucevic. Last season, he played outstanding. He was around 16 points per last year. 9 rebounds and 3 assists. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Well, and this is exactly who he is, a flat-out scoring machine. You plug him in and let him go to work.
Dishes it to Fultz. A step-back shot here. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Nance has got his 5th rebound in this one.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. Yeah, second chance points, again, a huge problem for this team.
Fultz with the ball. He's got 9. Here's Gordon. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's Osman. He's covered by Isaac. Osman kicks to Sexton. Thompson outside. And there's the pass to Buckets. The putback. Now here's Sexton. Over Ross. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now, here's Isaac. Guarded close. And it's good for 2. Ross has got 4 points this quarter.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Nance passes to Buckets. Kicks it to Sexton. Puts up a 3. Here's Thompson. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Thompson's got 15 points.
And how about the perseverance offensively? I mean, following up the missed shot, and that results in second and third opportunities.
Isaac passes to Gordon. And here's Fultz. And it's blocked.
Larry Nance twice on the pipe says no, sir.
The Cavaliers leading by 15. The feed now to Sexton. Pass to Buckets. Now the dish to Sexton. Pass to Osman. Oh, Nance in position. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
Playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnover.
I love the tenacity right now. Definitely on the prowl, looking for every opportunity to make a steal. The other team has got to be sharp.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Markelle Fultz. And Cleveland also making a change. Larson's checked in. Shot clock at 6. Looking to end his cold spell. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Vucevic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Gordon. Nance with some nice D.
Well, defenders are in the area, and that's all it took to force him to change his release.
Here's Buckets. Augustine with the steal. Now, here's Isaac. He kicks it to Augustine. Back to Isaac. Outside Gordon. Vucevic finds Gordon. The Magic again can't hit. Cleveland leading by 15. Buckets guarded by Augustine. And Sexton has it in the corner. And he banks in the layup. Sexton's got 9 points.
And a lethal slasher. Sexton does a great job of finding angles to the basket. Has that great burst.
For the Magic, Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Aminu comes in for Gordon. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Jonathan Isaac. Then for the Cavaliers, John Henson comes in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Buckets. Now Augustine, 5 points in the game. Pass to Ross. It's Fournier on the wing. They need this one. Drills the three-pointer. Fournier's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, you love the lead that Fournier has taken in this area. This guy a very dangerous shooter.
Sexton kicks to Henson. Now the pass to Clarkson. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint. And Jordan Clarkson is a player who is looking for his shot whenever he gets the ball. Can distribute enough, but it isn't his top priority. Very dangerous when left alone outside.
And with Clarkson, as good as he is outside, Greg, he prefers to shoot off the dribble than on the catch.
Yeah, and it's why Clarkson gets labeled a high-volume, low-efficiency guy. Terrific on catch-and-shoot chances. I think if he played more towards his strengths, he could put together a career year.
Well, this guy's going to find his way to get the ball in the bucket, contact or not. Terrence Ross can flat score the basketball.
Clarkson against Fournier. And here's Clarkson. He has 6. It's over Fournier. And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Sexton. 9 points in the game so far.
That's just phenomenal defense. The defense feels like it's all over the place and knows exactly how to guard it.
Here's the teardrop. And the layup is good. Augustine's got 7.
I'll tell you, that's a graceful finish. Not just any old layup. The teardrop.
Fournier against Clarkson. Sexton dishes to Clarkson. Shot from 16. Good work there as it goes. Clarkson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, you can give them a steady diet of pick and roll because if Jordan Clarkson gets downhill, it's trouble.
And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Passes it to Ross. Feeds it to Bamba. No good on that one. And Cleveland the other way now. Dellavedova with the ball. He has 5. Now, here's Clarkson to the middle. Here's Nance, and the jam by Larry Nance.
What I love about Larry Nance Jr. is he doesn't need the ball to be effective, but when he does get the ball, he shoots with high percentage.
And Augustine kicks to Fournier. To the middle. Aminu against Nance. Aminu misses.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And it's Dellavedova missing. The Magic trail by 17. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Fultz, he's checked in for the Magic. And Cleveland also making a change. Zizic has checked in. Now Fultz. 9 points in the game so far. On the money from 12 feet away. Fultz has got 11.
And Fultz is a threat in the screen and roll. If you give him any space to shoot off that screen, he's going to rise and fire.
Dellavedova kicks to Zizic. Pass to Clarkson. The 3. Sinks the 3-pointer.
Jordan
Clarkson's got 8 here in the quarter.
You know, he clearly made adjustments at halftime. Smooth offense right now.
Fultz the pass to Bamba. And it's Aminu in the corner. Again, the Magic score. 59 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Pass to Zizic. Cleveland moving it around. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Ross kicks to Bamba. And the pass to Fultz. And Orlando again with the bucket. And so it's Dellavedova. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 16-point lead. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Clarkson. Misses the 3. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Ross finds Aminu. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
I'd like to see more of this from Evan Fournier. He's proven he has has the size and touch to score inside.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses.
You get a little glimpse into the mindset of Evan Fournier. This guy will do whatever it takes to win.
Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Cavaliers lead by 14. And we'll be back with you right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And welcome back as our coverage continues of the NBA preseason. Fournier and Ross, they're the wings. Bamba is out there with Aminu, and it's Fultz in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Cleveland. Buckets. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Osman's checked in. That one is no good.
And with Mohamed Bamba, one of the first things you notice is that 7'9" wingspan. I mean, yeah, he's got to add more muscle on that frame, but he can use that reach already to make an impact at both ends.
He had a make from downtown in the first half, but no threes since then.
Yes, that goes in. 13 points for buckets.
Exactly the shot they were looking for on that possession. The easy one down low.
Clarkson against Fournier. And here is Ross. Outside Fournier. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Aminu over to help. And Al-Farouq Aminu gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. The Magic making a switch here. Isaac's checked in. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Evan Fournier.
This, to me, is when Clarkson is at his best. When he's pushing the action, being aggressive, it carries over to the rest of the team, guys.
And the first one drops.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
Both good from the line that time.
The one thing with Clarkson, sometimes he can get a little out of control, and he does a tremendous job creating offense and putting himself in a position to attack.
Fultz kicks to Bamba. Passes to Fournier. Unloads from 13. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Cavaliers leading by 16 to the left side wing. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. The Magic have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Up top, Fultz. The Cavaliers pull it in.
I'll tell you, his inconsistency not helping their cause at all.
Kicks it to Clarkson. There's the 3. And Bamba pulls it down.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
And Love has it in the corner. Buckets, guarded by Fultz. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Buckets. Another shot, and that one good. Buckets got 5 points now this quarter.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Vucevic checked in for the Magic. Gordon comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Ante Zizic. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Now here's Fultz. He's guarded closer for 3. Fournier. The basket good off the assist from Fultz.
Fournier!
Fultz has got 5 assists in the game. Left side, Love. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Buckets passes to Love. Just 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound, and it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Sexton, he's checked in for Cleveland.
Colin Sexton.
On defense, Orlando. Trailing by 17. Love outside. 6 on the shot clock. Poke loose. Here's Fultz. And finished off by Fultz.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player. And if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
Buckets, guarded by Fultz. Left side, Love. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Shot clock at 6. Puts it up. The putback. Goes up again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And right now at about 85% from the line. That's up from where it was in that first half.
At the line in the Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson. Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
And so Thompson nails both of them.
And as a team, they're hovering around the high 80s from the free throw line. They've gotten better as the game has gone along, which is exactly what you want to see.
Outside Fournier. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Thompson. Cleveland leading by 17. Pass to Sexton. pass to Buckets. Shoots the three. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
It's good. 17 points for Markelle Fultz.
And Fultz can pretty much score from any area, even inside when the D's all over him. Love how composed he is.
Buckets passes to Sexton. Knocks down the 3 ball. And the Cavaliers lead by 18.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Right. If you want to get back in the game, you simply can't afford to let long-range shooters get comfortable.
Fournier's shot is off. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Sexton with it. Now guarded by Fultz. Here's Buckets. Another 3 for Cleveland.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Magic. It's Vucevic, top of the key. Fultz kicks to Vucevic. Gordon up on top. The pass to Fultz. Passes it to Vucevic. Over Thompson. Again, the Magic score.
Well, this is about the stellar interior game of Nikola Vucevic. Defender in his grill? No problem.
Now, here's Sexton. He's guarded by Fournier. Sexton kicks to Osman. Pass to Love. Buckets, guarded by Fultz. Here's Buckets. Softly drops in the floater. Buckets got 12 points in just the second half.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Outside Fournier. Pass to Isaac. He kicks to Fultz. The Cavaliers pull it in. Thompson's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. And that one's good. Osman's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And there's the patience you want to see from Sexton. Eyes up and finds the open man.
It's Fournier on the wing. In the corner, it's Gordon. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Cleveland leading by 23. Here's Sexton. Doris, when you view international basketball, 13 and 14-year-olds playing in academies, some players turning pro overseas at 16, would something like that work in this country?
You know what, Kevin? I'm not necessarily for something like this. What I do believe is the NBA could become more involved across the board, and we should have more uniformity in basketball in general. And I think one of the ways to do that is to make sure we set up some sort of basketball committee across the different levels of basketball, starting with youth, going to high school, into college, then the semi-professional sort of basketball leagues out there, or the formative leagues like the G League, and then the NBA. I think we just need to look at the game in its totality and create some measure of uniformity. But frankly, I don't love the idea of 13 and 14-year-olds leaving their home to go to, quote, sport academies.
I tell you, Fultz can turn it up on you quickly. Phenomenal at going into overdrive and scoring at an efficient rate.
Boy, what has gotten into him? He's taken his game to an unreal level this quarter.
Now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Tristan Thompson.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Teams need contributions from everybody to win on the road, not just the stars. And he's done more than his share tonight, an outstanding performance.
Wow, how about the focus from the big man, Jonathan Isaac, comfortable in the paint.
Sexton the pass to Nance. It's tipped. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Some reports claim, Doris, that basketball is the fastest growing team sport. Do you think it has a chance to overtake football as the most popular sport in the U.S.?
Well, listen, anybody who is covering and carrying the games of the NBA is thrilled right now. The ratings for the NBA are off the charts. It increases in popularity every year. But let's remember, the foundational sport in the United States of America is football. And the ratings for football, the NFL in particular, still dwarf the NBA. But the reality is there are challenges that the NFL faces. What those challenges have on the long-term business success in terms of, the concussions and the long-term implications, we don't yet know, Kevin. And if we could all fast forward 10 to 15 years into the future, it'll be fascinating to look back and say, wow, this was a seminal moment for both sports.
Great perspective. Buckets, guarded by Fultz. It's stolen by Vucevic. Now here's Fultz. Defense is right there. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. Isaac misses. The Cavaliers leading by 21.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Cavaliers.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Tristan Thompson.
Boy, this guy played with some swagger and intensity on the boards tonight, dominating the physical aspect of the game.
First free throw is good. The G League, Doris, growing roster of teams, introduced two-way contracts last season. Is it safe to call it a official minor league at this point, do you think?
Well, I'm just going to say that I thought this was one of the best changes to the NBA last season. And you look at certain players who went back and forth between the G League, and when they were up with the respective NBA team, they were a significant part of the rotation. Quinn Cook comes to mind. The NBA champion had a two-way player in Quinn Cook, who was a vital part of their G League and then becomes a vital part of their real-time success. To me, what a tremendous platform for player development, Kevin.
Yeah, the league has gotten it right with this. There's 47 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's the beast. He feeds it to Thompson. Zizic passes to Thompson. Cleveland gets it back.
Wow, just getting all the luck right now, it seems. Good bounce.
No good from Zizic. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. This one for three. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. So we see